so we have the dash over here. This is gonna be the first to go underneath the knife. You guys can see this thing has seen better days. This leather is what I would call chancla leather. It's super hard, super stiff. This is where you would find the homie Jesus walking in this type of leather, you know. So this is gonna get replaced. This is gonna get all redone. Different color, different style material. So we gotta kind of take everything out. Airbag is off. Emblem needs to come off. These grills also for the vents need to come off. Maybe refinish these. We'll think about what color these are gonna go. So this comes with its own little like grill and stuff like that. We'll start once everything is cleaned up and it goes down to like bare metal. We'll go ahead and reapply some new foam. This, you know, in my guess, looks like it has been reupholstered at one point because this is like headliner. That's the type of material that's on here. So we want to maybe put a little bit more of a denser foam to give us a nice finish on that. Once that's done, then we'll reapply a new material, add some stitching to complement it as well, like this does. This has a nice French stitch. We'll probably remake the same type of finish, and this thing will look real good when it's all done.
All right, good morning guys, Saul here from SOS, and we're gonna be starting on the interior for the Ferrari. We're working everything all together. We're working on the body shop for the car and the wide body kit, and we're gonna be doing the interior. So I'm gonna kind of step you through the process of everything. As you've been seeing, Juanito has been taking the dash apart. This was the original leather cover that was on here, and we took our measurements. We're gonna be doing everything original with the same double stitch and everything. But one thing we had to do is scrape all the old material that it had on there and put new foam. This is like a Landau foam, which is like a higher density foam, a little thinner, so that we can shape and sand and just make everything really nice before we lay the leather down. So this is the bottom of the dash here. We have the top of the dash right there. As you saw it before, it was pretty bad. It was just peeling back, the leather just old, all stretched out. Being outside in the elements just stretched it all out. So we're going to continue cleaning up the pieces. We have the door panels here, and we're going to be doing something cool with the design here. So we're going to be cutting out some carbon fiber that's going to be inlaid in this piece, and then we're going to wrap with some leather and Alcantara. It's going to look really good. All right, so we got our material we're going to be putting on the dash. It's Alcantara from Lied Special. We got quite a bit, 15 yards of this stuff. Really nice quality. We have also the thread, which is right here. So we're gonna start laying this thing out. Juanito's gonna cut it out and we'll start sewing this thing up. Alright, so right now we're gonna lay some glue down on the dash, and then from there we can glue the new Alcantara on there. It's gonna be one piece, so we're not gonna have stitching. We're gonna try to pull that thing, stretch it so everything fits really nice. Is this piece, because it didn't really have any stitches, so we're gonna do it the same how it came factory, which will look really nice, almost like a one piece. So we'll get that, shoot some glue on this piece, and we can stretch the material over it. Juanito already, we put a glue on the back of the material, the Alcantara and the dash. So right now we're going to be gluing down the Alcantara onto the dash. We have these marks that we made so we know we kind of follow the stitch pattern. That's where it's going to land, and then from there we can pull the rest of the material back into place and get this thing all glued on. The one thing right here, it's fun, is Juanito's having fun, is getting this lined up, because you have two stitches. You have the stitch above here, and then you have the lower stitch that goes on there. We have to make sure we line it up right so that it tucks inside. So he's you having fun over there, Juanito?
Yep.
You need any help? You want me to pull?
Jálamela un poquito.
Jálamela. Alright, so a couple little details that we have. This is the upper pieces of the dash that goes on the dash we wrap. So little details because you need to see that through the windshield. We're gonna sand this down with the Scotch-Brite kind of just to smooth it out, and then we'll hit it with a little bit of trim black to refinish it, and then we'll get it installed onto the dash. Alright guys, so we finished wrapping the lower part of the dash. It looks really good with this Alcantara. It's stretched. It was a little bit of a challenge here, but good thing I helped Juanito to get it on there good, so it's on there. And now that we finished up, this piece was done all one piece without stitching. It looks really good. So now, just so we can start putting stuff together, we're gonna put the bottom half onto the dash, get this bolted up.
Sí, mira Juan, ¿sabes?
Look at that. Woo! Shoo! That looks good right there. So the other piece that we have is the other continuation here that we have to wrap as well. We'll get that done. But now seeing like at least the progress and the dash coming together, this thing's looking really, really good. That color really pops. Alright, so another thing we're going to be doing, a little upgrade to the upholstery room, is obviously in here it's like we shape up art, you know, by doing upholstery and different things, and I want to be able to come into this room and just kind of like be even inspired even more and inspire Juanito. And so we painted this room, we got some new lighting, but we're going to have the junk, do some crazy graffiti patterns in here and kind of lighting up the room. So really excited. He's going to do the logo, some other stuff, so let's see. Alright bro, so I gave you the inspiration. It's looking good already. I just stepped out for a little bit, but I can't wait till this thing turns out. You guys are doing a great job, and I really appreciate you coming out and handling this, dude, bro.
Yeah, heck yeah, our pleasure. You know, showing us love, local artists. You know, even here from Oceanside, doing what we do best. You know, here at SOS Customs. You know, we're just here to bring life to the room.
That's what we need, because it's kind of like, you know, we do a lot of like upholstery, something crazy. It needs a little pop of color.
Yeah.
And if you're familiar, Junk is the one that took care of the artwork that we have here at our shop and all the graffiti. So it was only right for him to come in and bless us with this room. So
yeah, heck yeah.
I'm really excited, bro.
Dude, we're like family now.
Yeah. Alright, so we're starting to cut out the console, and Juanito is cutting out. What? ¿Estás cortando pantalones, camarada, o qué?
Es para dormir.
It looks like he's cutting out the pants. He's gonna make some custom-made pants so that when he gets in the car, he's matching. Is that right? So you'd be that full Miami vibe. So actually, this is not pants, but it does look like it. But it's for this big piece here, which is the console piece. has these drops here, so we're gonna have to cut that away in order to sew that together. But it does look like a pair of pants. Maybe we should make some pair of pants, no?
Ándale.
That goes with the car. Yeah, un pantaloncito.
Pantaloncito para andar ¿cómo se dice?
Y en Miami,
Para andar combinados.
combinados, ándale. Ahí está. ¿Has tenido algo? Para dormir, porque duermas bien a gusto. Alright guys, as you know, we got this thing, all the guys worked really hard to get this thing into primer last week on Friday. It sat over the weekend, so in this epoxy coating, most of the guys really hate this epoxy because it's really hard to block, but it's really good for the body work to get everything real nice and crispy. All the guys will be working on the kit. We're gonna be putting on the kit so we can body work and get everything ready in case there's any little body work on the body kit and get everything just finished up. Remember, there were some issues with the kit here when the door opened. Renee, one of the guys, is going to get this thing fitted so that we don't have any contact from the door to the kit, and just continue on the rest of the pieces. There's a lot of pieces we primered. So we come look over here at the other primer area. All the pieces are primered. Got the kit, got the wing, bumpers, deck lid. Obviously the side skirts had a lot of work. Guys are working on that. Kevin's working on this kit. The side skirt was pretty bad as well, just cracked, and a lot of body work is gonna block this thing out, get this thing all fixed up. Also on the kit, we're gonna be changing a little bit of the design on these entry points here. There's two squared off. We're gonna round these off, make them look a little bit more symmetrical with the way the kit's gonna look. And we're just gonna continue on the upholstery aspect of it. We have to do the door panels, and we have to do obviously the top and interior, but we want to get this thing into paint first before we start any of that, but we can work on the door panels. So the guys are gonna be cranking on this thing this week. It's a beautiful day. There's supposed to be an eclipse today, so we'll see if we're still here when that happens. I think we will. Guide code time. Good morning everyone, day 5 on the Ferrari build, and we started a little bit of blocking on the car. As you saw Kevin blocking the car out. It's blocking out really nice, a couple little spots but nothing crazy. We're starting to block out the kit as well. It's blocking out pretty good. I'm sure there's going to be little imperfections here and there, but we'll go ahead and get those taken care of so we get that into primer. And the end goal for this week is to get everything, or close to everything, getting into paint by the end of this week. That's what we're shooting for, so we're gonna keep cranking on and get this thing done. I'm gonna be doing some embroidery on the leather that we have, so I'm gonna go show you guys that. All right guys, so we're here in the upholstery. I wanna show you the leather we've been using for the interior. I'm gonna be cutting 2 pieces so I can do 2 embroideries for the custom bag that we're gonna be doing. This Lietmi special leather, it's really nice leather, all comes from Italy, and it's pretty cool because it almost looks like a little color palette of like makeup of all the different leathers. and it's really nice quality leather, Napa grain, very smooth, soft. They also offer Alcantara for outdoors, different colors. Then you got your indoor Alcantara, all the different colors there, and then obviously a little bit more leather colors there. So it has all the colors you need. You guys can order everything. Everything will come from Italy, which is really cool. They helped us out with this build. It's gonna look really nice. So I'm gonna get this thing cut out center. I'll get the 2 embroideries done, and we'll get it all embroidered. All right, so now that I got this in the hoop ready for embroidery, we're gonna take it to the embroidery machine, blow up something special for the bags.
Guys, major update on the Ferrari. Whole car has been primered, so that's one major step. Right now we're currently working on wet sanding the whole car. I'll show you guys that right now in a minute. And we're also doing some modifications to the Liberty Walk kit. So over here, we've already started block sanding this thing, and now we are currently wet sanding, getting it wet sanded in 400 grit. It's all being done by hand. We're not doing any soft pad DA or anything like that. So we're doing all that. Gonna leave this thing finished up with 800 grit sandpaper when we're all done. We're gonna start removing the convertible top off today, as well as the doors. And over here we have the Liberty Walk kit. So there was a couple issues with the Liberty Walk kit. So when you would open the door would hit on the front flare. So we had to kind of reduce the sizing of this and also file down the edge of the door, so when you would open the door it wouldn't hit. So that's what was happening. And also on the rear lip spoiler, it was kind of really off. Like one side was hanging lower than the other. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these little star sticks, and we're gonna fiberglass them in there, so that way we can kind of get something uniform doing bodywork around there. And this side right here, by request from Mickey, we are rounding off the edges of the air inlet. So before they were kind of a little bit more squared off. Now we're going to round them off more so they can match with the rest of the opening in the wood. Meanwhile, we're blocking out the rest of the car and the kit and getting it ready for paint. I'm hoping by tomorrow we can get everything ready for paint. So we're moving along pretty quick. It's going to be about a 2-week turnaround, which is pretty crazy. We have all the boys on this thing, so go ahead and meet our mark. Mira, mira, mira. so Ferrari is ready to get loaded up in the booth. It's been fully wiped down, prepped, left up in 800 grit sandpaper. And it's a shell of a car, but it should turn on hopefully, fingers crossed. And we'll drive this thing in the booth, get it masked up, and get it shot. The guy's been really doing a good job getting this thing prepped out and ready. We removed the convertible top today, got everything prepped out. Now that everything is wiped down, we're gonna drive it in there and get this thing masked up so Richard can get the thing painted today. Then next week, this thing needs to look like a complete car.
Oh, give her a little gas. Give her a snap.
All right guys, Ferrari's finally in the booth. Time to get this thing masked up and get it shot today. We also have some parts in the back booth getting ready to get wiped down as well. So about 90% of this car will be fully painted today, which is Friday, which is great news because we can get this stuff drying by the weekend. Monday we can start the assembly process. Alright guys, so we have the Ferrari all masked up. It's finally been wiped down and is ready to get shot. Here we have the little cute little gas cap. One of the rockers here is ready to go. This thing's already all wiped down. Richard's ready to spray this thing. He's all suited and booted. And let's finally get some paint on this thing. Alright guys, fast forward to the next day and the Ferrari has officially been painted. So as you guys can see, we ended up going with a factory Ferrari white color. This thing came out amazing. It looks so good. I mean, whites is just one of those things that it looks so clean, right? And then once you add stuff to it, like maybe a different interior color, or wheels or whatever like that, you can't really go wrong with white. Now there's a bunch of different style colors that you could have gone with, but to be honest, to go with a factory whites and something that's gonna look like this, I don't know, man. White Ferrari, you can't go wrong. Very Miami Vice style right here. We have the body in the paint, but we also have some parts in the paint as well in the back booth. Let's go check that out. So over here in the back booth, we have the front lip. We have the front bumper. This thing is a massive bumper and it weighs a ton because the reinforcement is built into it. So it's not like, it's pretty heavy. It's probably over 100 pounds. Liberty Walk kit here and the rear bumper as well. So we may be adding a little bit of black paint into that little grill area, but here we have a Liberty Walk kit. It came out really good. This thing on this car it's gonna be mental. It's gonna look so good, man. I'm really excited to start putting this thing together. We're gonna let all this dry over the weekend, and on Monday we're back to it.
¿Qué te parece? ¿Este se plantea? ¿Qué va a pegar atrás? ¿Listo? Ya. ¿Qué güey? ¡Cabrón!
Introduce them to the family and stuff. Yeah. They Monday morning, and this car right behind me has to be gone in about 4 hours. Polishing and assembling the doors. Saw Abraham putting the door on. Jose's over there looking like he's busy, but he's not. G's over here. G's over here gonna go ahead and start getting the whole car with yellow. Dave's over here. He has to tighten up his boots, you know, because he's getting ready for war. This thing has to leave in 4 hours. Let's finish up. Always in the 9th hour, she's ready to go back to throttle.
11th hour.
11th hour. That's I never understood that one.
1 hour before the 12th hour.
Oh, there you go. Now I learned something today, Mickey.
The 9th hour means you got done plenty of time to
Plenty of time. I think we do have plenty of time to spare.
We do. We don't.
You don't. Yeah, but we do. We're good to go.
Now the rush begins at my shop.
Definitely.
That means all the fit and finish that you guys, you guys fit and finished all the stuff that you guys did. Now we got to go back and do all the other stuff, including the interior. So still a lot of work ahead of us, but we've got a couple days to go still before Misha starts laying paint down on this thing, and it's gonna be sick at the party.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the party.
Still one of my favorite cars. Alright guys, this thing is now ready to be sent off to throttle. We've done what we can here. Now it's off to throttle to get finished up. I'll probably head over there tomorrow to just kind of give it the last minute finishing touches, but full color change, full interior has been completed. One step closer to being completed.
All right, guys, so everybody's been working really hard on this thing. It's ready to go to throttle. They're gonna be putting on a bunch of parts on this thing, wheels, exhaust, finishing putting it together, but our job is done. It looks really good. Can't wait till the rest of the stuff is on there. Tow truck's here, so let's get her loaded. All right, guys, it has begun. We're gonna be working on the door panels for Throttle's Ferrari. As you know, me and Ricky cut out the carbon fiber pieces for this, and it's gonna be a combination of leather on these areas, carbon fiber, and the rest gonna be Alcantara, just to kind of get everything to match with the whole look of everything. Here's another carbon fiber piece. What we did is we already took down this door panel to bare fiberglass, as you can see here, and we're going to be laying down some Landau foam, which is a high density foam. From there we can shape it, sand it. So we're going to lay that in here and then cut out the carbon fiber piece, because that's when it's going to be inlaid into the material. So we're going to wrap everything that needs to be wrapped with leather, Alcantara, and then inlay the carbon fiber piece. It's gonna look dope. So really excited for this thing. We're gonna get to work. Now that we have it cut, we're going to take off that center inlay so we can try out how that carbon fiber piece sits in. Guys, on this slap on them. We'll hit them with a little steam, but they're ready to go.
terminar todo. Ya para mañana vamos a la mañana.
All right, time to glue on the Velcro that's gonna attach that back cover to it. So, a little nervous, but got it all masked up, and away it goes.
Alright guys, we're pretty much all wrapped up when it comes to the Ferrari. Boot here, seat backs done. All the little odds and ends, like these little things and all the, like, everything is done. Tomorrow we're heading over to Throttle bright and early to install seats, the door panels, everything. And then tomorrow will be the reveal party, which will be pretty cool. We're gonna take as much guys here from the shop that can go with us and pretty much show you the whole thing. That's gonna wrap up today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe and notification button. If you made it to the end of the video, go ahead and comment down below. Let us know how you did. Here at SOS Customs, we got you covered. Peace.